Okay, guys, I'm going to make this video real short and quick. We just had the agent session this evening. And agent session members, you see exactly what I was telling you. Exactly what I was telling you. So what I was telling them is we were having some turbulence in a couple of sessions. And I said one of the things that we need to do is get down to the root pairs that we want to trade so that we were reducing our list of pairs to look at, because the less pairs you're looking at, the more easier it's going to be in the futures market. The Forex market, yeah, you can have a broad number of them because, when one pair is not acting right, you always got, 20 other pairs or 28 pairs to trade from. But in the futures market, it's different. Since you're scalping the market, the less number of trades you're paying attention to is going to be far easier for you guys. Let me say this again in your face. It's going to be far easier and way more profitable. So let me show you what we did. I was explaining to them that if you want to trade Forex pairs, you can trade this. They call them 6A, 6B. 6A is for the Australian dollar. 6B is for the British pound, the Great British pound. 6E is for the euro. 6N is for the New Zealand dollar. 6C is for the Canadian dollar. 6J is for the Japanese yen. And 6S is for the Swiss franc. The best thing to do is trade them during their session. So what we did, we cut down our list. I also got rid of YM because YM is very, very volatile sometimes. So I did a Doge on our portfolio. And again, I may add it later on when the market calmed down for the YM pairs. But for now, for us, we were having turbulence. I dismissed it, kicked it off the list. So as you can see, realistically, if I get rid of this, which is just a mini version of the NASDAQ, and I get rid of this, which is the mini version of the ES, let's get rid of those. All we have is 4 pairs that we focused on, and we took 2 trades on these during the live session tonight, during the agent session, and look what happened. Smashed to take profit. Here we go again. Smashed to take profit. I was telling them the reason why we're going to do this route is because the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar, the Asian market and the Sydney session, that is when their banks are open. So that's when the most volume is going to be in on those pairs. So why not just focus on those pairs only? 6C and 6B, which is the euro and the British pound, those are best traded during the London session. The Canadian dollar, which is get most of its news and exposure, is during the US session. And so therefore we just stripped down and we were able to get 100% win rate tonight. So you can see right here, it hit take profit and smashed well below it. Okay, right here, same thing. We entered the trade right about here and it smashed our take profit and went well below it. The next ones I told them about, I said, hey, we're going to look at these from a higher perspective. So I took them out to the 1 hour time frame and I said, hey guys, this is what I'm actually seeing. And I switched to the regular candles. And I'll get rid of some of these indicators. Let's get rid of the indicators. So I told them, I said, hey guys, this is exactly what I'm seeing on the higher time frame. I said, see, every time, and I just drew one trend line. And I said, guys, you see this? Every time it's hit this trend line, it falls. Hit the trend line, falls. I said, boom. I said, so I'm anticipating that the market will go down. I said, it may happen during our live session, but if not, I'm going to give this to you as your homework assignment to keep an eye on it and look exactly what happened. And the same thing with NQ. So I marked up NQ with one simple trend line right here. And I told them, I said, hey guys, you see this? I said, here's the resistance right here, come down. And right here, it hit it several different times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and tipped it 5 times. And it could not break it. So I said, I'm anticipating that it will drop. Let's go ahead and add back in our indicators and go to the 3-minute time frame or the 5-minute, whichever one floats your boat. And I told them to watch out for it and look exactly what happened. It broke right here and we got in on the trade and won. Bing, bing, bing. Simple as that. Okay. See this one? Bing, bing, bing. Simple as that. And you can see my higher time frame trend line. So by reducing it, we had 4 trades, all 4-1. So we have a 100% win rate tonight. 4 trades taken, 4 trades won. This is how you get your win rate up when you're trading in the futures market, because you're focusing on far less pairs and you're just paying attention to accuracy. So I told them what I call and let me make my head bigger so you guys can learn this just in case you decide to join. I told them, and I'm sorry I'm sweating, I was outside doing some lawn work in the evening because it's hot out here during the day. But I was telling them that it's much easier for us to focus on these cute little pairs. And I said some days, because we have reduced our list down to half, we did a doge on our list, we cut it down to half. Don't be surprised on some nights if we have an NTD, which is a non-tradable day. But I asked them the question. I said, would you guys prefer to end the week with a 90 to 95% win rate, or do you want to take a whole bunch of trades and we just go for the gusto? And I actually took a vote with my group. And all of them said, no, simple is better. And so therefore, here was a fine example. We took the 4 trades. We won 4 trades in a row tonight. So I'm very happy about the results. So if you want to join the Futurex program, I will be teaching it tomorrow as well for the New York session. And then we have Miss Jenny, who teaches on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you guys want to join the New York session, then feel free to join the New York session. If you want to be in the agent session, that's happening on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it starts. And we're taking our trades, we're in and out, and we go to sleep or enjoy our evening time with our significant others, which is what I'm about to do. So I just want to show you guys this live while the markets had just moved, because we just ended class just about an hour ago. And so you guys can literally see the wins. So if you want to verify my trades, you can go to the charts and see it for yourself if you're in the futures market. By the way, I'm going to give you today's date. Today is June 10th, 2025. So if you want to backdate this and take a snapshot of what I'm looking at, you can do so you can verify for yourself that Uncle P is telling you the truth. And right here, and this is where, like I told them, hey, sometimes if it comes close enough and it's stalling out, go ahead and take profit, which is what I did. But the rest of these smashed right on through it. Smashed right on through it. Okay? See what I mean? Okay? And let me switch back to my favorites, the Kanashis. All right, you guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.